I'm flipping the bird is a word. I'm flipping the bird is a word. I'm flipping that bird, that police and nerds. Nothing outside the back.
Man, Orioles started off dominant. You see Tony Taters run down the orange carpet. We got 11-3 dominant victory. Corbin Burns, our ace, our high price, future high price ace, goes 6 strong, 11 Ks, gave up 1 hit. The bats came alive, as you can see. It was an onslaught pretty much for the whole game. Everybody got in on the action. Home runs from Anthony Santander, Cedric Mullins. But fellas, fans enjoyed this montage of the highlights. But fellas, thoughts, opening day, thoughts.
I like this. After the way the season ended last year, they had the sweep or whatever in the playoffs. The excitement is there. 11-3 is crazy where we are now as a team, as a franchise. Like 11-3 is what you expect daily from this team. Like this is what a team that's come 101 wins. You think you are. We on paper we are. I feel like the best team in the American League. You're gonna be hard pressed to find a better roster than this. And I'm glad the fans, keeping up the momentum. I'm glad the fans. Opening day is always crazy in Baltimore, but it's like I think it was on another level yesterday. And you talk about Corbin Burns. This is all I feel like this is what we needed. We was an ace away. And he dominated. He showed why. Whatever contract he's going to get, whatever they traded him for. He gonna pitch like that. It's like you stole a deal from the Brewers. Like it's like. No, you stuck him up. We're going to send you Ortiz. We're going to see you Hall, and now you give him this back a Cy Young, a former Cy Young winner who may become. If you pitching like that, it's going to be hard pressed to keep him out the record books and keep him from getting some more awards. But like you said, so the bats came alive. This is exciting, man. Like you're not one of the worst teams. You wake up and you're an Orioles fan. You don't got to realize like who's coming to town. Is Yankees coming to town this time? They're going to take over the ballpark. It's not like that no more right now. So it's good to see, and it's good that they picking up from last year. They show that they are a good team, So other than we always talk about Uriah. Other than his bum ass, Uriah, we good. Like I don't need to see no more of him. I'm good on him. Like at least Mateo, April Mateo, he good for at least 1 month, right? Like he's good for 31 days. Uriah, he's terrible, and I've been on him for a long time. He's ass. Yeah, and my main takeaway from the Orioles should go in and take care of business, sweep them. I'm excited to see what Grayson Rodriguez is going to do tomorrow. But my biggest takeaway is why is Mike Trout still an angel, man? Like it's
free Mike.
Like why is he still an angel?
There's
no reason
we
why.
talked about it last episode, actually.
Yeah,
I said
really right up the street.
There's really no why. It's really no reason why he's still an angel. This has to be his last year in Los Angeles, man. Like it's that team is really bad. Now I don't know what they're going to be. It's the first game of the year, but to have to go to your bullpen in the second inning, that's not a good sign.
If that's your ace, if that's who you put out there game 1,
right. That's not a good sign. That's not a good sign.
Long season ahead.
Sandoval.
Mm-hmm. Nah, he was
had his moms up there too.
Some of the middle relievers they had were bad.
Yeah, they were. Like they kept Suarez in because I'm sure that's like all right. Ain't no need to waste no arms. Fuck it. Ain't no need to waste no arms. Game 1. Go ahead. Just get us through.
Yeah, listen, man. You saw as Keith was playing the clips. You saw how the stadium looked. You saw the enthusiasm in the stadium. That's not just opening day vibes. That's opening day vibes plus postseason and a run that we had like last season, and just the excitement and anticipation for what could come ahead of us. Like Sko mentioned, expectations are higher, and you bring in a Corbin Burns who is one of those elite veteran pitchers, and you see just exactly the level that our young pitchers need to attain and try to get to. The command, right? Even when he was missing on his breaking pitches, missing with his fastball, he was right off the plate. They were the type of balls that a hitter likes to see, as far as they weren't it wasn't like he was too far off the plate to where a hitter won't swing at a ball. And that's really what you want to do as a pitcher. You know, you want to disguise, you want to switch speeds, you want to paint those corners. And I think he did a magnificent job of using his breaking ball to be an out pitch, you know, whether it's a strikeout or to get a lazy fly out or a lazy ground out. I mean, he was locating that thing inside down, you know, outside down. He was using it, you know, high in the zone, wherever he needed, wherever he wanted to place the baseball is where it went on the rope. And you know, that control, I mean, you know, he was his efficiency, I think he was like at 85 pitches in the sixth inning or so. And I think he could have, if we wanted to stretch him out more, he could have went, you know, 7 or 8 innings. You know,
finished with 82, Nick.
Yeah. So, and that's even better. So 6 innings with 82 pitches. You know, if we're talking about going a complete game, he probably could have won a complete game under 100 or, you know, a little over 100, which would be magnificent. I've seen players, starters, you know, pitch 80 pitches in 3 or 4 innings. So the example he sets at the top of the rotation, you know, it's going to be a shining example for our younger pitchers and so on and so forth. And quickly, I'll just go through some of how dominant Burns was, and I'll stick to Burns for right now until we continue later on with the conversation. But you know, he punched out 11 in 6 innings, retired 18 out of the 19 batters he faced, with the one batter that got a hit with the home run to Mike Trout in the first inning. Became the first pitcher to strike out 10 or more batters and allow less than 2 hits in his team's opening game since 1934. Right, and some of the stuff he was doing we haven't seen since Mike Messina. Right, and that's been a minute. Right. Produced the second most strikeouts ever by an Oriole in a opener, which joins Dave McNally in 1970 and Mike Messina in 1998. Most strikeouts ever by an Oriole in a team debut. It was his 14th career game with 11 or more strikeouts. Joined Bob Gibson in 1967 as the only pitcher to produce a game of 11 strikeouts, 0 walks, and 1 or less run allowed on opening day. So, I mean, this is everything that was advertised, and knowing that he's a free agent coming after the season, we have to do everything in our power to make sure that he's an Oriole for a long time and not a short time. And also to keep in mind, and I'm about to pass it to Keith, let's say we have no plans of extending him. Well, if that's the case, we need to go all in. We need to put our chips in, all of them right now, because there's no point in having a Corbin Burns for just one season if we're not going all out to win a World Series this season. Now, if we're talking about having him for the next 4 or 5 years, then maybe we can think about decisions for the next 4 or 5 years. But we're just talking about right now, we just got to be happy with what we got. You know who we need to bring up and who we need to play.
No, definitely. I agree wholeheartedly. Just piggybacking on Burns, I mean, for every ball yesterday, he threw 2 strikes. So just an excellent ratio in that aspect. Means he's staying ahead of counts. I ain't seen that many 1-2 counts in Baltimore in a while. So beautiful thing to see. But just the Orioles picking up from where they left off last year. That's what you want to see. You see the bats. You see the speed on the bases. I mean, you start in the first inning with Gunnar getting on base. He goes from first to third on an alley hit. Like just the small things, putting your team, getting the extra 90 feet, as they say. So looking at that, looking in the second inning, you getting your 8 and 9 guys on the bases. So those type of things is what you're going to need from this team. And then you got the bats already to drive in runs and score people. So I'm not really worried about that. So big game. I mean, every starter had a hit yesterday who had at least 3 at bats except Urias. So it's encouraging.
Yeah.
And to pick up on your point, Nick, as far as Burns, like that's the type of pitching that you're going to need, because you're not going to always score 11 runs. You know, some days you're only going to get 2 to 3 runs, and you need your ace to be able to limit the team to 1 run. And that's how you win championships.
Yeah, for sure. And Keith brought up a good point about the lower half of our order, just being able to get on base and be productive. And he mentioned Gunnar at the top of the order using his speed around the base paths. I got to give a little compliment to April Mateo. Him getting on base, I think he had a double, so the speed helped the double. And then also I think he walked, which turned into a stolen base, which turned into a run scored. So you see the speed that plays there. And And, for as long as he's going to be hot and productive, he's going to be an asset with that speed and that and his ability to play multiple positions. So shout out to April Mateo and really shout out. I mean, Adley looked pretty good. I mean, he's talked about wanting him to kind of reacclimate himself as like the top dog on the team. Gunner's going to have something to say about that, but I love the competition. Go ahead and fight for the best player on the team. Shaq and Kobe did shit. It's more okay with me.
Yeah.
Ryan Mountcastle had a good game. Jordan Westberg, like all the typical guys you want to see. Tony Taters, like that swing he had. It was good to see Cedric Mullins too hit that shot because he's been struggling. So
they said that's 61 home runs over 2 years for Tony Taters too, Nick.
Quiet as kept. He's become a consistent power hitter, and that
was from the right side.
Yeah, and he's a switch hitter, so that makes him all the more valuable. So I remember he was a Rule 5 guy. And it's nice to see he's one of the last holdovers from the Bum Orioles teams, him and Cedric. So it's good to see them being able to live this out and succeed in this environment as well.
Yeah, 4 RBIs yesterday.
Yeah, I'm ready, and I'm ready to see Colton Coles in that lineup. Like that's what I want to see. Yeah, I'm good on the Austin Hayes experiment. I mean, I know it was a lefty, so I get it. I get why you.
But you know what, Keys? I don't like that because he was hitting lefties in the spring.
Yeah, he was.
So when they said they're hot, like I saw the lineup, and whoever tweeted the lineup said they're hiding him from lefties. Why? He hit him and Kyle.
Let him
That's
play.
what they did all spring.
That's the only way.
That's part of the reason why he made the roster.
So you think he'll be starting tomorrow then?
I hope so. I just think he's just a better player than Austin Hayes. I mean, Austin Hayes, like you said, like Jim Palmer said yesterday, he was like, if Austin Hayes could put together two seasons, two halves together, like you've been saying, Sko, he'd be one of the best players in the league. But he can't. Like he can't do it. So it's like,
we got April Mateo in first half Hayes.
Yeah, I mean that's what I said. Exactly. April Mateo, at least he useful. Get your Rice ass off the team, man.
Listen, I wouldn't mind seeing Westberg start yesterday at third base, and sitting Urias down on the bench, and then having Colton be the DH, so to speak, or something.
That's a better lineup. I think that's a better lineup.
Yeah.
I think we have way too much roster and position flexibility for Colton to be seeing the bench. Right? I don't want to give him the nod that he's one of our better players, but if we're talking about pedigree, if we're talking about where you're slotted to be at, again, he was a top 5 pick in the MLB draft. His pedigree says that not only is he going to be a productive player, but he's going to be one of those elite players. And if you're going to be elite, you're going to have to be able to show that you can hit lefties. If I gave you a sample size this past spring that I can hit lefties, give me a shot. If we have 50 plate appearances where it's not working out, let's reevaluate, but we ain't there yet.
I mean, that goes to your point, Nick. Field the best team. Like you put your best 9 players out there.
Right. I mean, and like I said, it was a lefty. Last year Gunner would have been in a 3 or 4 hole versus a lefty or further down. Now he's bound leadoff. So Hayek shows he made the adjustment. I mean, I guess he gave it to his veterans yesterday as far as the start and the opening day. I think that's what that leads to. But eventually, you're going to see who's going to be the better players and who's going to be the better team on the field.
Yeah, it's not going to take long. I just like the way that the offense looked. In years past, we've been heavy relying on the long ball, but yesterday we were finding gaps, hitting the ball where fielders weren't, and that's winning baseball because you're not going to always smack the ball out of especially our park. Our park got crazy dimensions. You're not always going to smack the ball out the park. So if you can get that good balance of getting singles, moving people over, using the base paths, and then you mix in the long ball, it's 81 games. It's gonna be tough to beat us. It's gonna be tough to beat us because you're gonna get that night in and night out outside of the, you might hit a stretch in the summer where the bats are slumping all at once, but it's not gonna be that many. It's not gonna be that many games where that happens.
To your point, Sko, I mean, we forced 6 walks, so we were finding ways to get on base. Had 3 2-out RBIs, 2 sacrifice flies. So again, everything's not going to be a 450-foot home run, right? And sometimes everything's not going to be a double to the gap either. Sometimes you're going to have to manufacture some runs and figure it out. So
that's where that Gunner and Mateo come into play, stealing those extra extra bases.
Yeah, and then having Mateo at the 9 hole, that's just a whole nother level of pressure that you're putting on the opposing team, because if he does find a way to get on base and you got Gunner coming up at the top of your order and some of those heavy hitters at the top of the order, it gets spooky real quick.
Yeah,
it gets spooky real quick.
Yeah, he gotta be a leadoff at the bottom. He gotta be a leadoff at that 9 spot, because if you get him
it's the
on,
perfect spot for him. It literally is the perfect
yeah,
spot.
yeah, because he can be that weapon. He can be that weapon if he gets on with 1 out or no outs, and then you follow him with Gunner, Adley, and Anthony. Yo, dog.
And if you figure
he's gonna score.
If you figure a way to get Urias out the lineup and put a more potent bat in there, you're looking at, Cedric or the Coltons at the 7 or the 8 hole. Right. Mateo at the 9 hole. Like, there's so many. There's no weakness at that point. Shout out to people like Ryan O'Hearn, come off the bench, pinch hit, double. Like, that's all he did last year. Like, every time we saw him, he was doing something productive.
And that's what I like from. I think I said it last year. That's what I like from Cedric Mullins. Like, I think at this point in his career, he can be a big RBI man. Like, he can sit down there in the 6 or 7 hole, and everybody in front of him should be on base. He should come up with a run on base, 2 runs on base majority of the time, and he should be that hole gonna be open over there in the first base side and be hoping somebody on, and that's all he need. Driving the runs.
What did y'all think about? And it's probably hard to make any evaluations after one blowout game, but we saw Corbin Burns. We also saw a few relievers. Mike Baumann had a decent showing. Keegan Aiken had a decent showing. Dylan Tate got hit around a little bit, but it was a blowout at that point, so it really didn't matter. But how are we feeling about the bullpen? Are we anxious about it? Do we feel good about it? Wait and see. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, I think like you said, I've been saying offseason that they need to add an arm. I think they need another arm in there somewhere. We can't have do we want to rely? I mean, like I said, it's the first game of the season, so we don't want to look. But do you want, when it comes to September, August, September, October, do you want to be relying on a Dylan Tate? I don't think I do. That's not where I want to go with that. And he could be better. I mean, like I said, it's the first game of the season. But
everybody gonna pitch good with 8 runs insurance. Like,
yeah, exactly.
You're gonna be out there. I need to see.
You got 8 runs. You got 8 runs insurance. I don't want to see 2 walks given up in the inning.
Yeah,
I'm gonna shoot Dylan some bail.
That's what I'm saying. High leverage.
Dylan Bell, because that's his first action in a year and a half.
Right.
So I'm gonna shoot him some bail on that. But everybody else got in there, didn't give up no runs. But dog, I don't want to. I'm telling you, we're gonna get haunted by Kimbrel. It's going to happen.
Well, hopefully he's smart enough to just go back to Cano. Like, hopefully if he starts,
I want him to be the closer. Yeah, I want Cano.
If he start, hopefully Hyde got the balls to be like, all right, and he's shown he has with tough lineup decision to be like, all right, this is not working. Like, this is not. And Elias, I don't think Elias is scared to designate nobody for assignment. Like, I don't think he's scared to get rid of people, if it's not working. So I think that we won't see. Like you said, it's gonna get interesting. It's gonna get interesting. The schedule is light early, but it is. We'll see. We'll see how Kimbrel. We none of us believe in Kimbrel yet. I mean, it
I won't have. I don't care what he did. I'm never gonna believe. I need to see what Kimbrel can do, because that June stretch, that June July stretch, like they made our schedule with intent. They gave us the tough games when the tough get going, and I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Like last year when we had that tough stretch with Atlanta and all those teams. I mean, we got swept. We didn't get swept by Atlanta, but we lost 2 out of 3 by 1 run. I'm not worried this year about any of that. But you do want your closer, because it's going to be close games against those playoff teams. It's going to be close games. Every game ain't going to be a blowout, but Keegan Aiken can go close this shit out, right? No, we're going to need our big guns at the back end of the bullpen to show up, and I don't think it's Kimbrel.
And to your point, Scarl, last season, come June and July, during those tougher months in the heat of the summer, we started calling up our prospects. We started seeing the Hestons and the Coltons and the Jordans more frequently. You know what I mean? And that's what's exciting about our opportunity this season. We have so many people that we can leverage, so much talent we can leverage, whether it's via trade at the deadline or, blue chip prospects that we can just call up and expect to be, you call up some of these prospects, you're expecting them to be one of the best players on the team immediately, right? So that's an added plus. Like we have bullets in the clip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, if you're telling me that we can replace, let's just say Dylan Tate does struggle, we can replace Dylan Tate with a Cade Povich. If Mike Bowman does struggle, we can replace him with a Chase McDermott. By all means, do so.
How do you feel about that? Because I know Cade is a starter. Do you feel comfortable turning some of our starting
early on to
prospects?
help? Yeah, early on to help. I don't want to keep them there. I mean, because that's how we use DL. When he started struggling,
I felt like that was mainly because he couldn't get a ball over the plate, and then we ended up wasting him too. Like I hate when we bring up our starters as bullpen guys. Let's just get some bullpen guys. And I'm not like hating on your point. I agree. Like those would be the candidates. You're right. I just hate that we do that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I just trust those arms, and I talked about Wander St. Charles. He has control issues, but he has the stuff. He has that upper 90s stuff to come out the bullpen and dominate. I gotta get more acclimated with who we have down there in the bullpen. That is a bullpen guy that we can use. But this year, to your all-in point, I know you might think you a starter, and you will be. But you want to be a part of this ride? You just gonna have to help out however we see fit.
Yeah, no, that's a good point too. And with Means on the men, he's on the 15-day IL, and Bradish on the 15-day IL. Hopefully, they're sooner rather than later. They're returning sooner rather than later. Then
so you think we're gonna see? So they saying we definitely gonna see Bradish again then.
I honestly don't know what to think. Like if he does pitch, he's going to be pitching with a partial tear in his elbow. It's just They're saying the tear isn't as severe as it probably as surgery would require, right? So that's cool. I mean, Tanaka with the Yankees, he pitched with a smallish tear in his elbow for a few seasons before he actually got it corrected. My thing is, Brad is just so young. I don't want anything to hinder him and his future. So you got to strike that balance.
I completely 100%. It just sucks, yo. It's like you got Burns right there. This is supposed to be Bradish, but he could just clean up everything. Like he just the number 2 old, win a bunch of games.
Grayson as a 3 looked real good.
Right, he don't got the pressure. He don't got the pressure of being the number 1. So that pressure is a lot. So to be number 1 open day starter. Because as a number 1, you're supposed to either win or give you a chance to the team to win every 5 days. Like that's what you're supposed to do. You're not supposed to have a bunch of losses. Like so, it's a lot. But hopefully he, like you said, hopefully it's not. He's young, so if it is anything, get the surgery, get it corrected. But if it's not, my fault. Go ahead.
No. I was gonna. It's kind of unrelated but related. What's y'all thoughts on Jordan Montgomery signing to the Diamondbacks for what was it? A year. It was 2 years. It was a year plus an option.
Yeah, I think it was 52. He wanted like $125, but he got like 52. I like what they're doing. They're staying aggressive.
All Scott Boris's people struck out.
Yeah, every single last one of them. He might be losing sauce.
They ain't getting none of them. They wanted to get.
Yeah, which is good. If he's losing the sauce, that's good for us.
Yeah,
that's good for us. We got a couple of
us over the head.
Nah, damn.
Yeah, but it's little. We might have a rookie of the year, MVP, a World Series. He might have all. By the time Gunner time, he might have all that on his belt by then. So the conversation is going to be a little bit different, probably.
Yeah, I know.
He signed a 1 year, $25 million deal.
Yeah, so
that's cheap, dog. That's
25.
Cheap.
That's we have like a bottom 5 payroll. So your $25 is nothing to us, right? Because we have that and we don't spend it. So if we talk about all in, which I'd assume we're all in if we're trading for a rental in Corbin Burns. And I'm saying rental because as of right now, that's what he is.
Are we all in when Jackson down?
It's a confusing strategy. I'm assuming you make that trade for Corbin, trading 2 young, talented prospects. The idea is, okay, we're going to re-sign him at some point.
Yeah,
but you never know. If he hits free agency, somebody going to throw 200. With that curveball, what I saw yesterday, somebody going to give him 200.
That command was crazy, bro. That command was crazy. His pace command. He had a hell of a game yesterday.
Yo, he remind you of like Kurt Schilling, yo. Like the way he could just command the whole zone. Like it's exactly what Kurt Schilling used to do. Like it's crazy. Like it's like
And
he
he
just placing the
worked
ball
so
in the
quick.
alley glove. Like he was just placing it there. Like here, let me just hand it to you. That's how type of control he had.
It was efficient. He worked quick. You talking 1, 2, 3 innings with a lead, get in, get out. Like that's what you want from your ace. Don't waste no time. Don't waste no time and let a bad team get back in it because you wasting pitches with bad location.
It was a very confident performance.
Yeah.
I felt like he just was in control, in cruise control too. He had that bad boy in autopilot. That's pretty impressive. Now, mind you, it's the Angels.
It is
They
Angels.
suck.
They are a bad team.
And as you say that, Nick, it's the Angels. I'm expecting Grayson to build. Like these first couple series, we got some what we consider it's a light part of our schedule. You should be taking advantage of these early starts and starting to build some confidence.
And I'm hard on Grayson. No Diddy, man. I'm how do I say this without it being like people ruining the word? I can't even speak no more, man. I just want Grayson to use this opportunity, and I'm gonna be overly critical of Grayson because he was a number one prospect. When I talked about Colton and his pedigree, talked about Jackson, his pedigree, Gunnar, his pedigree, Alley and his pedigree. These are guys that were picked in the top 10 of their respective drafts, right? Like these are hitters, like these are elite hymns. Grayson's supposed to be one. Before Corbin Burns, before Kyle Bradish emerged, Grayson was supposed to be that guy. Mm-hmm. I still expect Grayson to be that guy. He has the stuff to be that guy. I just need Grayson to believe he can be that guy. And the only way he can believe it is if he goes out there and starts getting the results that he wants to see. So definitely, Saturday is circled because my main focus is on Grayson. I need to see what steps he's taking. I don't want to see the same mistakes.
Yeah, I need to see that first inning. That first inning need to be quick work. That first inning, I need under 15 pitches.
I want to see some command, some confidence, some oomph.
Yeah, I don't want to see that first
inning. Don't be walking Anthony Rendon and shit.
Yo, if he leads off again, Ron Washington, I'm gonna ask some questions.
You're gonna start accusing him
for you of some usage and your sobriety. I don't want to say. I know we on YouTube. Your sobriety. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna have some questions for you, brother.
What's y'all thoughts for the rest of the series then? They face Griffin Cannon tomorrow, then Detmer's on Sunday, another lefty, Detmer's on Sunday.
Sweet.
But we got Grayson and Wells on the mound.
Oh, sweet.
I'm thinking
you should be able to
finish this. Don't
buffalo chicken or barbecue chicken. It's whatever your preference is. That's what I feel about it.
Bugs.
I don't want nothing I don't want no Bugs performances.
But let's go to that point that Root was saying. He said he over the next couple of years they upgrading the stadium, so it's going to be even better.
He says it's going to be the most modern stadium in baseball in 2 years.
The most modern stadium.
10
in baseball.
or 2?
2.
Oh shit.
2?
Yeah, like he say, he got people coming in now, like they trying to like really make some changes. So
Corbin Burns is an Oriole for life. Then
if
you going to do that in 2 years.
Because I actually enjoyed him on the broadcast yesterday.
He was cool.
Oh, let's talk about David. RP Peter Angelos, by the way.
I never seen you sit with the people though.
Nah, listen. David was
giving out free base.
David became the owner officially on Wednesday. On Thursday, opening day. I mean, the guy was just the man of the. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, man he was the man of the town. Like. With the people, buying drinks with the people, celebrating with the people, not being too bougie, shaking people's hands, taking pictures. I like to see it. I liked it.
Kissing the babies.
Yeah. He said the reason why he bought the team is because he wanted to give back to Baltimore. He said he felt like he got a free public school education at City, and this is a way of giving back to Baltimore. So it was dope. His interview was cool.
Resign my guy Gunnar and Adley, and that's the way to give back to me personally.
Yeah, that's how you really do it. And I think everybody, all of us fans, when that news broke that he bought the team, we all knew, okay, all right, it's money time. It's money time. That was step one. Him being you
can't see that product last year and not think that.
You'd be a fool to buy it.
You can't see the fans and how lit it was yesterday and not think, hey, like this is a baseball town. Let's go after this thing.
The only thing is,
So
man,
yeah.
I mean, God, like he keeping the team here. He just went to Duke. That's all. That's the only thing.
Went to Duke.
That's the only thing.
Everybody can't be perfect. Keith. Everybody can't be perfect. Everybody got flaws. Everybody got flaws.
I think I can get over
But,
that. He signed Gunner and we cool.
I'll say, yeah.
We
You want me to root for Duke if you sign Gunner? Shit, I'm
I'm a Blue
Christian
Devil.
Leighton all day. What you talking about?
Hey, Grant Hill part of the ownership group.
Really?
Word?
Mhm.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't know either. Okay. Yo, bring Tamia through.
Goodness.
Yo.
Joey Ortiz went 1 for 4 today, so, and his debut with the Brewers.
I like her music, guys. I like her music. She puts a move on my heart. Look, salute to Joey, and I don't know what
DL Hall make his first start tomorrow.
Start tomorrow.
So he's a number 2 starter.
Oh,
Yep.
he's a number
He's
2
starting tomorrow.
Yo,
Yeah,
bro, we
come on,
had that
yo.
man. We had that man
Come
in the
on,
bullpen.
yo.
He's a number 2 starter. That's what I don't like to see. Somebody that can
Anybody
go
got
99.
T-Mobile? They got the free MLB package.
We got
Y'all
Corbin.
got T-Mobile.
I'll shut up. We got Corbin.
Word? Oh, I got T-Mobile. Oh, all right. Yeah.
Hold on. What about T-Mobile?
If you got T-Mobile, you can get like the MLB package for free this year.
Oh, the whole year?
That's
Yeah,
all
I'll
you had to
send
say.
it to
Why you say that?
Yeah.
You'll say why you ain't say that, nigga?
Hey, Scar, I
I'm
might
about to
need a
boot-
favor.
I'm about
Hey,
to-
Scar, I might need a favor on that one.
Yeah. Favor for a favor, because you helped me
favor
out.
for a
Yeah,
favor.
favor for a favor.
Favor for a favor. Because I ain't got
That ain't
T-Mobile.
nothing.
A little quick.
I'm gonna send you the information.
Yeah, I need that. Man, good. It was a good outing though. Good outing for the guys. That's how you start the season off. Just keep pushing. 161 more. 161
Set the tone.
more. Set the tone. And that before we get that's just what your ace is supposed to do. If that wasn't a tone setting performance, we've never seen that. We've never seen that in our lives.
I ain't never
That
seen no Orioles
dominant.
pitchers. I ain't never seen no Orioles
Because
pitchers.
I ain't gonna lie, after that trout home run, I'm like, oh man, here we go. Spring training leak over.
I was like, Nick, don't tweet. Don't
Yeah.
tweet. It might bite you in the butt.
Everybody relax.
He
Everybody
got it
relax.
right quick.
He got
Mike
the
Trout,
man. We
though.
went up.
I was
Yeah,
as long as it
Right.
wasn't Aaron Hicks or somebody. I didn't care. It was Mike Trout. Like Mike Trout got by
Right.
5 home runs. Who cares? Like he gonna get
That's
you every
true.
now. He gonna get you every now and then.
Yeah.
Yo, they say he's hit out of all the 9% of his hits in Camden yards have been
Been homers.
home runs. So
I believe.
that let you know. That's what you know.
Hey,
what he
hey, Scott.
He hit one when we was at the game last year.
He damn sure did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
And listen, I saw a jersey swap of him in an Orioles jersey. So if he likes Camden yards, by all means, come
selling
through,
point.
baby.
You can have Cedric Mullins.
What?
You can
What?
have Cedric Mullins. You can take all.
Yo,
of them,
you
for
know
real.
how close
You
Baltimore
have a
is
couple
to
of them
Philly?
farm
Mike
people
Trout?
too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can have a couple of
Yeah.
farm people. Like you can
Yeah.
have a couple here.
Yeah. Pick one, Bacello. You want to catch her? He's 19. We ain't gonna be using him no time
Trout in
soon.
that 3-hole in this
that's a
lineup.
fact. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
fact.
Oh
my
my
goodness.
god.
Where that
Oh, my.
where Shannon Sharp drank the Mountain Dew, like that's how that made me feel. Like,
lying. You ain't lying.
good,
Boy.
ugly, mugly.
Yeah.
And it's right. Yo, we are a 3-hour drive from Philly. Depending on how you drive, might be closer than
3 hours. Philly,
Mike,
he was hitting Philly
quicker
less
than
than
that.
2.
Feels like an
Yeah,
hour and a half.
yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Depending on how you drive. Yo,
Philly ain't even 3.
yeah.
I'm in Times Square in 3.
Shit.
Oh my god. Oh, that drove fast.
Times Square, I'm there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's what I wanted to see.
Jackson Holiday's first at bat of the season in Norfolk. How do you think it went?
Home run.
Ding, 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 ding. You're the winner.
Really?
Yeah. He
I hope it was off
Get
the
it up, man.
I hope
You
it was
supposed to
off
be
the left.
playing yesterday.
Please tell me.
Over me.
Please tell me. We didn't speak about Tony Kemp. Damn it.
There's no need to. It's a reason
It was
why we
not-
did.
right,
So it's a
right,
reason why we
right.
talking about Tony Kemp for that. It's like,
I hope. Please tell me it was
our
off the
YouTube
lefty.
listeners will be mad at that. You didn't bring up Tony Kemp.
like on DraftKings, they got this thing where you can bet the under about like hits, runs, RBIs. Always took the under on 20. Always took that. Always took that.
0.5.
And it was like it was 0.5. Like it wasn't like
you can bet the Orioles
5.
first team to win 10 games plus 700.
Oh, I think we're gonna go on the Braves run.
What that's
DraftKings? DraftKings, yeah.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Okay,
peep that out.
Yeah, it's like
use my $10 on that.
It's one of them bets on the.
Need to get for before they play tomorrow.
Yeah. I want to get to right. Was it off a lefty, Nick?
Yes.
It was off a lefty.
Yes.
Oh my god. I'm gonna add just the bird is the word too.
Shout out to Matt Holliday, man. Shout out to keeping it real.
Yo, he should be a GM, man. Just off
Matt Holliday probably just walk in the office, give him the middle finger, and walk right back out. Like
he should ice cube that shit. Walk in there with a baseball bat and knock
Straight
over
Johnny
everything
drama.
you see.
Johnny drama is crazy.
After he touches home plate and he gets back to the dugout, just start like knocking shit over him.
Yo, to go hit a home run your first at bat off against a lefty, that's a real like that's crazy.
That's a
fuck you. You know what it is? It's a fuck you. Yeah, it's a fuck you.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You got some nerve, fucking Ramon Urias.
Tony Kemp, he probably been steaming since he's seen that.
Yeah, that's who you should get mad about, not Jerry Judy.